Hey, it's so great to talk to you, Chrissy. We've talked several times, but you other ladies, it's the first time I've met you, but I'm so excited about this. I'd love to know whoever wants to grab it. It's just significant that Lifetime is doing these stories that revolve around faith and resilience. If you're like me, when I was growing up, it was not always like that. They did not, movies didn't always embrace faith. Sometimes they toned it down. But now we have a segment of the society that it touches a nerve. They embrace that themselves. So whichever actress would like to speak into that, what is the significance? How do you feel the fact that Lifetime is really making this step with these films in particular, which all have different genres and different storylines, but they have that undergirding.
Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, so grateful. Not only are they faith, leaning or faith-based films, but they feature women at
Mm,
the helm and at the lead. And like, we don't really see that. We see a lot of great stories, but really great stories are often led by women, right? And so it's so nice to not only sit with all these amazing actresses, but like to know that there's a story that will touch somebody some way, somehow, probably all of them, but that people are yearning for a connection. And I mean, even through COVID and the strike and all these things that we don't have control over. And people who weren't religious or who weren't necessarily even spiritual were like, I've started to pray because what else
amen.
can I do? And when you've sort of come to the edge or to the end of your rope and you're like, the only thing that I have left is to pray. Um, the reason why these films are being made is because there's a need for them and there's a want and a desire. And it's so refreshing. I'm so grateful. And I just think people are searching for something they haven't found. And I think that a lot of that has to do with their spirituality and their faith. So I'm very excited.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I kind of just want to jump in after Chrissy because the reality is in Hollywood, there's so many films and projects that don't glorify God or positivity or spirituality. There's so much horror, and I'm not trying to bring out the Georgia in me. There's all this, dark stuff and all this negativity, you know what I mean? And all these demonic things. I'm not trying to sound like that,
Oh,
but
I'm in Georgia,
it's
so
true.
there we go.
Good, Joanne, you get it. You know how
Yeah.
we are in the South.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's so many things that do get that kind of attention and that kind of audience. And I'm really excited that Lifetime has taken these incredible films and put with these awesome actresses for such a positive reason and that we can glorify beautiful faith-based stories led by women and show that those movies have impact too, and that those audiences are just as important and just as expansive as these other audiences that might not be into, the more positive storytelling
Right.
and things that actually feed our soul in the best way. So I'm
Mhm.
really excited to show them what we can do and show Hollywood what
Mm,
we can do because that's really exciting for me.
So people have to tune in too to support these things,
That's right.
right? That's how
absolutely.
we get more. Thank you, Kat.
I wanted to say one thing too, because I actually think that Lifetime is giving this gift to people because it's through stories that we can feel like we can get through anything. I don't know, when I was at my hardest times, it's always been stories about other people's journeys and how they got through it that helped me, right? And so that's what it's really a beautiful gift that Lifetime is giving folks in these four stories that are very different. It gives you hope, I think. Especially when people are feeling at their darkest moments.
Yeah.